Welcome to Peak Pro Wrestling on World Championship Wreckage's YouTube channel.
Make sure that you hit like, subscribe, all the bells, all the things. That way you can keep up with not only us here at Peak, but also all of the other shows on World Championship Wreckage.
All right, guys, so I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what the show is about. We do a weekly kind of a review of the weekly shows, Raw and SmackDown primarily. I don't watch a whole lot of NXT. I'm not sure if Hannah does either.
I just keep up with it on TikTok.
Yeah. Twitter is where I go for all the things. So
Heck yeah.
But yeah, welcome.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun today. We're gonna talk about the Mania card. Just run down it, see what has been announced, and how we feel about what's going on. Just kind of give our honest take on the state of WrestleMania.
Oh, it's gonna be a great show.
I'm so excited. Spoiler alert. I'm literally, me and my husband are going to WrestleMania.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We haven't bought tickets yet, but we're going.
You decided you're going. Okay.
Yeah. We've bought our flights. So,
okay.
Yeah. We just are waiting for cheap tickets.
Me and mine, we get married in October.
Oh, nice.
And I keep telling her, if they announce Mania for Minneapolis, I'm sorry, we're not having a honeymoon.
Right.
Or a wedding.
Yeah,
so.
This is our 1 year anniversary trip because we got married legally April 7th of last year.
Nice.
And then our ceremony was April 21st. So we're celebrating our legal marriage.
Okay. That's awesome. What a way to celebrate.
Heck
what a way to celebrate.
Yeah.
Do you want to kick us off on the card, Hannah?
Yeah. So, first up, I have LA Knight versus AJ. Yeah. Versus AJ Styles, who does not have a call-in response like that. How do you think the build has been on that one?
I didn't see it coming just because AJ Styles wasn't a heel. He came back from injury as a heel. He's going back to that lone wolf persona and kind of shutting out the OC. But I'm kind of looking forward to it. I think as long as both these men have been doing this, I think it's going to play out very well on screen, and I think they're going to have a great match.
Yeah. I think I'm going to be honest. I'm like the biggest LA mark you'll ever meet. Like I love him so much.
He's so good.
So anything he does, anything he does, I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Even when it's not amazing. I'm probably I don't know if this is a controversial opinion, but like I did not love his feud with Roman. It just seemed like a B tier feud for him. But yeah, and I know it's controversial. I was happy for him. I was happy
for sure.
Yeah.
I think they tried to push it too quick.
Yeah,
I think he's on fire, but you can't put too much on it.
Yeah, I think
right away.
I think we're in the age of long-term storytelling, which we'll see a lot in this card. And that was a little bit mid, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about AJ Styles and LA Knight.
Yes,
and who doesn't love AJ Styles? I mean,
he's good.
You just know it's going to be a good match. I'm predicting like a 3.5, 4, maybe 4.25.
Okay.
Match.
I can see that. And with as athletic as they both are, I mean, LA Knight, he should not be able to move for a taller, like more muscular dude.
Yeah.
And then AJ Styles, we know we've seen him fly off the top rope, and he's got the phenomenal forearm. So I think it'll be a great match for sure.
Yeah.
What about that tag team title ladder match, that 6-pack challenge?
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. Dang it. I'm gonna do that the whole show now. I think it's interesting. I'm excited about the match itself. I think it's gonna be like, I don't know. It's gonna be chaos. I'm really scared that someone's gonna get hurt. Especially if one of the teams that people keep teasing will come back for aka the Hardys. I'm I'm very nervous for them if they join this match.
Yep.
But I feel like it's a good way to showcase the tag team division that has been kind of pushed aside in the last couple of years because it was so much Usos, and then it was like, yeah, we've got Cody and Jay, and we've got Sami and Kevin. I still don't think Sami and Kevin got the flowers as much as they deserved.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah, I think they should have held on. They should still be tag team champions right now. But I do love Judgment Day. They're my favorite faction going right now. So I don't know who I think is gonna win though. I love Awesome Truth. I would love it.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think they're gonna do that.
No.
I don't know. I feel like it's either gonna be Judgment Day retaining, or I would love to see DIY win.
DIY, yes, that would be a great thing to see. Without those other two teams announced, though, like it's tough to say. Like, I kind of want to say that I hope the LWO gets in.
Oh yes.
Yeah. But there's anything can happen. It's WrestleMania, and we've seen it before. The New Day even announced the Hardys coming back a few years back, and it's going to be a great match. I love the fact that they're doing. So I think the first Money in the Bank was at the first couple Money in the Banks were at WrestleMania,
right? And
I love those matches, and you can't go wrong with ladder matches at WrestleMania. So it's going to be great. And honestly, I think I posted a TikTok about this one already. I think that the titles are going to get split. I think one team grabs one set and another team grabs the other set.
I hope that's the case. I hope you're right.
Well, with as much representation as the tag team division has now,
yes,
it's the right thing to do, and I think Hunter wants to debut new tag titles too. He debuted tag or new titles all around. So
right. No, I completely agree with you. Who do you think the two other teams are? Do you have any kind of guess?
I was just LWO. I was hoping, but I don't know. That's tough.
My husband wants the Dudley Boys.
See, and I've heard rumors of the Dudley Boys too. So.
I'm like, I know Devon doesn't wrestle anymore, but he could do, a couple spots.
Yeah.
So yeah. I don't know.
Just for old time's sake.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I guess we can move on to our next match.
Mm-hmm.
Jay versus Jimmy.
Yeet.
Yeet.
I am totally Team Jay on this one.
Absolutely.
He is completely over with the crowd. Like it's awesome. And just to see him go from, first coming back to challenge Roman when Roman came back for the title, and how that all played out with him being the right-hand man and all that, and then Sami helping him like turn over a new leaf, like you said, the long-term storytelling.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to see how far he's come, and I'm so happy for the dude because he deserves it. But yeah, I'm completely Team Jay on this one.
Yeah. No, I am so I love that they're doing brother versus brother, obviously, for like the history of that sort of match at Mania. But I know that like that's been a dream of Jay and Jimmy's since they were kids, to have it like going, out of kayfabe to talk about that. Yep. But in kayfabe, I feel like, the story's been building since the bloodline began, like in 2020. So
here's a question for you.
Yeah.
They're doing brother versus brother, but this last Friday we saw someone get involved in Rey Mysterio's match. Are we going to see Rey versus Dominic part 2?
I want it. I want that.
See, that would be great to see, because last year they put on a great show, but I think Rey is going to have something to do, or the LWO is going to have something to do with Judgment Day losing at least one pair of titles.
Yeah, I like that idea, and I mean, I almost wonder if it could be a thing where Dom at Mania, there is like a story set up for Dom to leave Judgment Day to reunite with his dad. Because, I mean, though I love Dirty Dom and I love, all of that, I think we're kind of, maybe towards a little bit of the end of the Judgment Day, maybe. I don't know. Or at least this iteration of the Judgment Day.
Yeah, and we've seen cracks in the Judgment Day,
right.
In the past few months, and you never know. If anything happens, I think it's going to be Rhea walking away, and her and Dom breaking up, Rhea walking away, and then JD and Finn turn on Damian.
Yeah.
So
I like
that's how I see it.
And then R-Truth becomes the leader of the Judgment Day, and and that's actually why they get the titles.
That's
awesome.
Truth. Yeah. I love that. Truth has been so awesome lately.
I agree. I was just about to say, since he returned, this is probably my favorite stuff to see from Truth. And
he always makes everybody break too. It's so funny.
Oh my gosh. My favorite clip of all time is you a big man, Paul Heyman.
Yeah. At the Royal Rumble. Yeah. Or for the Royal Rumble. Yeah. That was great. That's one of my favorite Truth moments.
Oh yeah. That one, or that's my bad. My bad.
Yep. Just he's done that one a few times. That's so funny. So this next one we're going to talk about, it surprised me a little bit, but Logan Paul versus KO versus RKO.
Yeah.
US title.
Kevin Owens is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Okay.
So I'm very passionate about anything he does, but I am very passionate about this match in particular. Hold on, I have to cough. Sorry, I'm getting over being sick.
No, you're completely fine.
But I am so. I think this is just going to be a great showcase of talent, even though I don't feel like this has been necessarily the best build for this. I think it's just going to be a good match. And that's honestly, like, sometimes I'm like, I need the story. And this time I'm like, I want to have a good time.
Yeah.
I went to SummerSlam in Nashville a couple years ago. And that was when it was Logan Paul versus The Miz. And I'll never forget, like, everyone booing Logan because Logan's a turd. And just, like, booing him at the beginning. And then he did that frog splash onto the announcer's table. And everyone was like, oh, okay. And we all were cheering for Logan Paul at the end. And it's like, if you can do that in a match, I will always respect your talent, even though I don't necessarily respect him as a person.
Well, see, but that's the thing, right? It's we're not looking at him as, a person in his social media life. We're looking at him as a competitor, and honestly, anything that man touches, he can turn into gold.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but everything he touches turns to gold. And I've been very impressed with him. But I actually think Logan Paul is going to retain.
I think so too, because either that or he loses and gets it back at SummerSlam when he's in Cleveland, because he's a hometown boy there. Yeah, I think that, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a great match. I know a lot of people said they didn't like the Royal Rumble match between him and Kevin, but I loved it. So
yeah, it was great. I think if anything bugged me about it, I think they made it a little bit obvious with the brass knuckles and like how they went with it. So
yeah, but I know I'll be entertained. So it's sports entertainment. That's what we're here for.
Yep, so. Exactly. That's what matters the most.
Yeah. Well, next we have the IC title, Intercontinental Championship, Gunther versus Sammy, with a little bit of action maybe from Chad Gable? Question mark. I don't know.
That's a huge question mark.
Yeah.
I was honestly hoping Gable was going to win the gauntlet, but thinking back on it, they made it a little too obvious that he was the favorite.
Yeah.
But I do think, you know what? I think Gunther retains, and I think he also pulls double duty against Chad Gable. We
Okay.
have we have we have a few stars going double duty, and
Yeah.
you never know.
I think I like that idea. I think maybe I know people, want to interference from Chad against Sammy. But I do love the like whole storyline of he like doesn't believe Sammy can do it. Um, and I would love for Sammy to. I know I just said Kevin Owens is one of my favorite wrestlers, but Sami Zayn is like above that, and then it's like Sammy and Cody are my two guys,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm like I was there a couple years back when he won the Intercontinental Championship,
Mm-hmm.
and it was when he was like heel Sammy and everyone hated him, and then I was there when he lost it, like literally the month later, because he was like one show in New Orleans and one in Birmingham, and so I was able to go to both of those shows, and so I saw his reign and his fall, and then like to see him get to the heights he did last year with the bloodline
Mm-hmm.
and all that. I feel like if anyone is able to take the IC title off of Gunther, it's Sammy. But they may keep it on Gunther for Bash in Berlin. Which
Maybe.
is, or Gunther gets it back then, or Gunther goes for like the the Universal at Bash, which would be what I would prefer.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
see. And like, I'm so surprised they haven't, gotten him into that main card or the
Yeah.
the main event scene, because like to have that top title in your sights as Gunter. I mean, the guy, he just can't. I mean, you can't not be entertained when he's in the
Right.
ring. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I hope Chad Gable gets some addition, but we'll
Yeah.
see.
I think what would be good for Chad this year is being Mr. Money in the Bank.
Yes, that would be great.
I think that's what I hope happens for him is Money in the Bank, because I just think it's done. I know people like dog on the whole storyline with Damien, but I feel like it has elevated Damien so much this
Mm-hmm.
past year, and I think it could do the same for Chad.
No, for sure. And like, a lot of it has to do with those long title runs.
Right.
We're gonna see Damien hold that briefcase until he can't.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it really has to do with those longer storylines, because I mean, if we know anything about Hunter, he's great at what he does.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
next match, Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, women's world title.
I think this is going to be a great match. Do I think the build has been great? No.
Nope.
I don't, as much as I love Hunter, his booking of women is still rough. He's gotten better in the last like 6 months, I'd say.
Yeah, he's getting there.
Yeah, he's getting there. But I'm really just excited to see them wrestle more than anything, and that's really kind of the whole story, is just seeing them wrestle.
Yep.
I think Rhea's gonna retain. I don't see Becky winning, though. I would love it either way.
See, I love Becky Lynch. Probably. Oh wait.
What was that?
So sorry, I said oh wait, so I'm not talking.
Oh,
And
you're good. You're
he's
good.
trying to edit and whatnot. So, yeah, no, I mean, this is gonna be a great match, but yeah, you're right. They haven't really built anything towards, like, with Becky and Rhea. You just get stare downs and that's it. And then like, it's been more about Becky and Nia the last month.
Yeah.
And it's like, but I get it. And I'm like I said, I'm a huge Becky Lynch fan.
Yeah.
Like favorite female star. But I do see her not winning.
Yeah.
Because Becky Lynch has nothing else to prove, honestly. Like
Right.
she's anywhere she goes without a title, she's successful.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I think too, I think Rhea needs the win more than she does because Rhea's title reign has been kind of lackluster. Like she's been the top like star in the women's division, but they just haven't done that much, and it's been one-off feuds, or it's been like she's not nearly as bad as Roman, where she's not
Yeah,
wrestling
yeah.
every week, but there's not as much intrigue with her being the champion. It's more about her being mommy. Like that's the
We'll see. And
yeah.
and so I think they're trying to make her the next China, you know?
Yeah.
So and like what you said earlier about Dom coming back to his dad, he's basically Eddie.
Yeah.
And he's gonna come back and he's gonna be a face again with Ray.
Yeah.
But as far as like the Rhea thing goes, I think they should keep her a heel regardless of what happens.
I agree.
She does
I
so
agree.
good.
She's so good at
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I mean, that's another talent where, whatever she does, she's gonna be successful at it.
Yeah. It's gold.
So, but
She's
Becky doesn't win. Becky doesn't need the win.
no. No, I completely agree. Now on another side of these things, Io and Bailey.
Oh God, I have loved this story.
I agree.
From the moment things started to crumble with Damage Control to the moment that Kairi Sane came back.
Yeah.
And the moment they finally turned on her, it was great.
So good.
It's been, and that's a long drawn out story too, and it's still just really good. But
I was about to say, yeah.
I think Bailey wins.
I think you're right. I think, although I think Io needs like.
Well, she needs to win. But if you think about it, Io hasn't really done anything. Like I loved it when she became the champion.
Yeah.
When she cashed in, but like I don't think she's done anything worth talking about in her title run.
A lot of my one of my favorite YouTube channels, Wrestle Talk, they always say she's the placeholder champion. She's just the person that is just holding it until someone better comes along. And I think because we have like one woman probably not winning in Becky, I think it makes sense for the other one to win in Bailey.
Yeah, and like I think Bailey she hasn't. I don't think she gets the credit she deserves. Like coming back with Damage Control, I think she did such a great job, and I don't think people gave her enough credit. So.
Hold on. Oh, I'm here.
Oh,
sorry. I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, like you froze for a second.
Interesting. But yeah, I don't have. I like. It's just been a good story. It's been almost like reverse of the Sami Zayn stuff.
Yeah.
With the bloodline, and I love it.
Yeah, no, it's been great.
Yeah.
Now onto the men's side of that world title.
Yeah.
Rollins, McIntyre.
I think Drew's gonna win. I think it's time for Seth to let go, even though I love Seth, but
yeah,
I don't think the married couple Seth and Becky are. It's not gonna be a happy household for a couple days.
I don't know. CM Punk is only supposed to be out for a few months, right?
Right.
I mean, either way you go with this, CM Punk's going to be the next up in line.
Right.
But honestly, I think I'd like to see Seth retain.
Yeah.
Because I want to see CM Punk Seth. But I think Damian comes in.
Oh yeah, I was about to ask, I think Damian comes in? Do you think he's gonna do you think he's gonna get it though? Do you think he's gonna have a successful cash in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do, because Seth and Drew, that's a rivalry you can have without a title. Like
Right.
that's a match you can put on the Mania card that doesn't involve anything, you know?
Right.
But I think Damian has proven himself the last 2 years. Like,
Yeah.
he's been on fire with the things that he does.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny last year at Backlash.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So good.
Best
So
match
good.
of the night.
But I mean, whether it happens at Mania or not, I think he has a successful cash in.
Yeah. I think you're on the right track. I think that, hold on, where did that thought go? Oh, I think there's a possibility that CM Punk will interfere in the match.
And in defense of who?
That's the greatest question ever, though.
Yeah, because either way,
I feel like he cost Drew the match because Drew is more harping on Cody, but CM Punk is going to be in Chicago tomorrow.
Yep.
And I wonder, we'll probably get more information or more insight into his brain.
I think they set it up by having him host Mania.
I like that.
Then he's there. Then he has a reason to be there.
Right. That'd be good, because I really want to see CM Punk. I have this tattoo because of CM Punk.
Oh, nice.
It's because I said he wasn't going to return, and if he returned, I would get a tattoo. So I got the muffin from the press conference. And it says I work with children.
That's so good. That's so good. I love that.
Yeah, it was basically, I lost on a dare that I made with myself. So speaking of Seth Rollins, we got the big one, Seth and Cody versus Rock and Roman.
Night one.
Yeah, night one.
So I might have an opinion. So last year I had the opinion that Cody was not going to win. And, you know, I might... Sorry, my camera.
You're good.
Okay, so I had an opinion last year, and it was Cody wasn't going to win. And my reasoning was because everyone expected him to win, right? Yeah. And when it's something like that, you kind of, I mean, we just saw it with Gable and the Gauntlet. Yeah. Everyone expected Gable to win, but he didn't. But night one, I think it's going to be Rock and Roman.
I 100% agree with you.
And yeah, so I mean, like, they're trying. I mean, they're setting up Rock turning on Roman, I think, and I think if they win night one, Bloodline rules. So like, they're all there. I think that, I mean, Rock's gonna be there. So like,
yeah,
maybe he wants it Bloodline rules so Cody can have a fair fight with the Bloodline.
Yeah. Yeah, I 100% agree. I think Rock and Roman win. Through whatever antics and shenanigans happen.
Say that again.
I don't think it's gonna be fair, of course. But this kind of goes into, you know, our final match. But they really are harping on this like Avengers Infinity War Endgame stuff, and like a lot of people are saying like last year was Infinity War with, you know, with Cody losing, you know, the Fallen, it's so sad, and then now we're finishing the story with Endgame. But I kind of think we're kind of doing that Infinity War night one, where it's a lot of, you know, the wrong people winning.
Yep.
And then night two is the right people winning. I'm just gonna move into it. I'm so sorry, because you can't talk about one match without the other. But there's no way. There is a way, and I don't like the way. You see my little title card. I am a Cody crybaby. Like I love him. I literally like like cried when he lost last year, even though like I always knew it was a possibility. It just you want to see the good guy win, and I think they're gonna give it to us this year. I think.
But
But
so I hate to be this guy
I
because like
know.
I want to see Cody win it. You know, he
Yeah.
deserves it. Like this last year he's been such a workhorse.
Yeah.
So like I would love to see him get to dethrone Roman. But then like so here's the thought. Like last year, everybody's expecting it again.
Right.
So like is it actually going to happen?
Yeah.
And you never know like who else is there?
Yeah.
He's literally faced everyone. Who else is there?
Right.
And we'll never know if it was supposed to be Bray or not. That's
Yeah.
I mean, or if it was supposed to be someone else. But like,
Yeah.
story goes on.
I just the fact that they were so obviously turning on all of us by putting Rock in that place, and then they like double when all this like like Daniel Bryan yes movement stuff started happening again. They went, oh, we have magic again. We have this Cody magic that we can recreate, and I don't think it's as natural as the yes movement, but I think that I have hope. I'm gullible. I'm a glass half full kind of gal. So
It's tough, but the greatest part about like not knowing is it's gonna make it a great show.
yeah, yeah.
And like I was watching the highlights from SmackDown, and that stare down, and then Jay and Seth coming out of nowhere.
Avengers
It,
assemble.
it literally gave me chills. Like
Yeah,
it gave me chills, and it was one of those moments where, like, I think I messaged you and Dad had. I'm like, holy fuck, I am happy. Like I
yeah.
am proud to be a wrestling fan
Right.
after watching that. Like, and then I just like blared my music in my car for
Yeah.
all the entrance themes blaring.
Yeah.
So
That you sound like me. I have like a whole playlist, a hype playlist.
yeah.
Um and I remember last year, the day of night 2, I was like leaving somewhere and I was just like blasting Kingdom on my in my car, and my husband, who was my fiance then, took a video of me, and then and then I had like did a reaction to the final moments of the Cody Roman match, and just like to see the contrast then
Mhm.
of like how of how excited I was compared to how devastated I was. I don't want to be back in that spot.
Yep.
So
It's a tough thing to watch,
yeah.
when you got your hopes up so high for something and then boom, just
I just don't think they're gonna do round 3.
see, but you never know because
Right.
Austin was the only one to do back to back. Well, no, yeah, I think it was just Stone Cold Steve Austin was the last one to do back to back Rumble wins,
Yeah.
and no one's done 3.
Yeah.
So
It'd be great. But I also like last year I got in so much of a wrestling funk because of Cody not winning, because I was just like, ugh, all the elements were there, everything was perfect, and I also got in a funk because of Sami Zayn stuff. Like there was just not as much follow through as I thought there should have been. Um, so I feel like I would get in a funk if he didn't win this year.
yeah.
Okay. I'm trying not to die over here.
You good?
Yeah, I just really got overwhelmingly sickness this week, and now it is leaving my body, but very harshly.
Yeah. It's the worst.
Yeah.
All right. So do we have any rumored matches that you want to talk about?
Oh, are they definitely not pulling the trigger on Jade?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I mean, I want to see. Jade and Bianca, but I just don't think we're 2 weeks out.
I don't think I don't think they can set it up.
No.
And Hunter did say like we want to make sure she's ready, and then she was in the Rumble, and then nothing. Like I feel like if they were going to set anything up, it should have been right after the Rumble.
I agree. But maybe they'll do that SummerSlam or whatnot. But I'm trying to think. There's not really any other matches I can think of that could be happening. I feel like they really got enough.
I don't think they'll do anything too much more. I do like you said, like the women's booking. There's 2 women's matches,
because we don't even have maybe a tag team.
I mean, they could
do a tag team showcase like they did last year, but
yeah,
it's not gonna be nowhere near as hype as the 6-pack.
Yeah,
for the men. I don't who's holding the titles right now.
Is it still no? It's oh, it's Damage Control.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I was like, hold on. Yeah. I mean, I think their big moment's gonna be in the Io Bailey match, probably.
Yep.
I don't think. Ugh. This is why I want a women's mid-card title. I could get into that.
I made a video about that a long time ago. Like, Triple H, you're giving us all these new titles, but you're not giving us a women's mid-card title. And the women's division is stacked.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason that you can't.
There's not enough gold to go around right now. And we need a mid-card scene for the women, because it's just the top and the bottom. We don't have that mid.
I honestly, I just don't want it to get to the point where we have as many titles as AEW.
yeah.
Well, no, I gotta preface this by saying I have nothing against AEW. I just grew up watching WWE, so I just watch WWE.
I'm in the same boat. I'm a WWE girly. I do keep up with it. Like,
no, I follow it on Twitter too. Like, but I just don't actively watch it.
Yeah. It's just, there's a lot of wrestling that happens all the time. It's impossible to watch all of it. And to the people who can, kudos to you, because I don't have that time.
Yeah, right. Oh God, if I watched wrestling 4 or 5 days out of the week, I think my fiance would break up with me.
Yeah. Me and my husband are both wrestling fans, and we would not be well if we were just watching wrestling. So
yeah,
you gotta diversify. You gotta, whatever.
Oh yeah. Put some other shows in that rotation.
Right. Gotta watch Abbott Elementary. Yeah. The Office. Yeah. What's that big one? Breaking Bad.
Yep.
You gotta mix it up a little bit.
Yep.
You have any more rumored matches you want to talk about? Because I don't feel like there's many.
I don't think matches. You always hope for a one return at least.
Yeah.
Especially at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But I don't know who that would be.
Yeah. I mean, like, every pay-per-view, every PLE or whatever, you hope it's Big E. But I don't know. I feel like we'll get more answers before we'll get Big E back to wrestling, if he is able to come back.
Yeah. Well, he's I don't know if he said that he's medically cleared, but I think, and he did an interview or something, and he said, I might not return to wrestling,
right?
Just because I value my ability to walk,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was there when it happened. It was my birthday.
It was ugly.
It was brutal.
It was ugly.
It was not fun at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like am I back?
Yep, I hear you now.
Okay, cool. I was saying people hype Bo Dallas right now, but I don't think it's a WrestleMania. I mean, it would be great, but I don't think they'll do it at WrestleMania.
No.
If it happens.
Speaking of Bo Dallas, with Bray Wyatt's documentary coming up, releasing on Monday.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna have him as a surprise inductee to the Hall of Fame.
I hope.
I will say that.
I hope so. I was telling Dawson earlier, I was like, I just feel like they've dropped the ball. I think it's great that they're having, US Express, but I think they need to give him, unless they want to induct the entire Wyatt family together, but I don't think they would. I think Bray needs his own induction.
Yeah, no, he definitely needs his own induction because
Yep.
the Wyatt family wasn't a part of the Fiend or any of that, so he definitely needs his own. But I think if they're gonna announce it, they're gonna announce it on Monday.
I like that idea. I will put my stamp of approval on that idea because gosh, I don't want to talk too much about it because I'll get emotional. But
yep. I got my Bray stuff there in the background.
Love it. I was wearing my Bray shirt earlier today and then took it off. But yeah, it was funny because I ran into someone that I never met the other day, but she was like a local actress, and we were just talking, and she was like, "Is that Bray Wyatt on your shirt?" And she was like very much like not a typical wrestling fan, like didn't have the look. And I was like,
the look, yep.
You know what I mean.
Yep.
But yeah, I was very it was just very sweet because we got to like interact about that moment and talk about when we found out and all that stuff. So
yeah.
I don't think. I think. Oh, hold on. I think Taylor Swift's gonna be at WrestleMania, and you can't tell me. I have all the evidence. I'll request a dad hat to make a video for me, like a special one-off podcast of all my theories. But I think she's gonna be a special guest of Jason Kelce. And the Kelce brothers are going to be there, and so is Taylor Swift, and she's going to sing "The Man" for Becky Lynch.
Oh my god!
I
hope Dad Hat gives you that chance because I want to hear it.
I'm going to start petitioning. So yeah. Well, I think that's all I have. Do you have anything else?
No, I think that's it for the Mania card. I'm super stoked. 2 weeks.
I know, 2 weeks. Yeah. So if y'all want to follow us on our socials, Cap, what's your socials?
Right here. It's the exact same on all platforms.
Yeah, same here. Mostly I'm on TikTok. I'm getting into the Instagram game a little bit more, but I'm a TikTok girly, so hope to see you guys over there. Surely, please, keep following, keep subscribing to World Championship Wreckage, and hey, go ahead and follow Dad Hat Wrestling while you're at it. He's our awesome producer, and
he's a great guy.
Yeah, he's the one who set all this up, so you should definitely check that out.
Yep. Until next week, guys, I just want to have a great week.
Yeah, see y'all.